meatless pork, a fully functioning car made by Sony, and a weird human artificial intelligence hybrid that Samsung debuted. These are all the coolest, most expensive, and most bizarre things we saw at CES 2020 Day 2. So Impossible debuted a new meat at CES this year. Everyone thought it was gonna be chicken, but it actually was pork. We got a chance to stop by the booth and try it, and we have to say it was pretty darn good. They were handing out free samples of a pork banh mi sandwich, and my videographer does not want me to tell you this, but he went back for seconds.
It's pretty good.
So obviously Google went big this year, as they do every year, but there weren't many huge announcements. It was mostly centered around Google Assistant. There are some new things like being able to schedule events in the future, like, hey, turn on my lights at 6 p.m., which kind of seems like a no-brainer. I don't know how they didn't already have that. What they did have though was a slide, and I got to go down it, and it was really fun. Not as cool as the roller coaster from last year, but still pretty fun. Apparently Sony is getting into the automotive industry because they surprised everyone with their Vision S prototype at CES this year. So no one was really expecting this, and it was basically just a giant tech demo for Sony to cram as many gadgets into a car as possible. The entertainment system spanned the entire dashboard, and you could watch movies, play music, do a bunch of stuff, and it's supposed to be fully autonomous, which is good because apparently you can watch Jumanji in it. We're interested in seeing where Sony goes next with this, or if they ever release it to the public. Those Segway tours you see in busy tourist locations are here to stay because Segway just unveiled their new S-Pod. Now the company claims that this self-stabilizing people mover was directly inspired by the pods in Jurassic World, but come on, we all know it's the hover chairs from WALL-E, right? Segway was also showing off a bunch of other tech at their booth this year, like a go-kart, a kick scooter, and even a motorcycle. They were also demoing their Lumo there, which is like a hoverboard on steroids and a personal assistant that you can ride. Seriously, this thing was so cute that when the rep at the booth was trying to knock it over to show off the sensors, we actually felt pretty bad for it. Amidst the array of all the weird humanoid robots at CES was Pudutech's food delivery robots. Now these are essentially a stack of trays on wheels designed to deliver things from point A to point B, but in my opinion, their two biggest selling points was that they have an actual function, delivering food, and that they're pretty freaking cute and not uncomfortable and creepy like 90% of the other robots that people were showing off. And honestly, if the future means adorable cats delivering food to you, sign me up. One of the strangest things we saw was the neon artificial human avatars. Now, we talked to the rep and they said these are 3D models based off real people. So they're not really people, they're not really full 3D models, and they kind of break out of the uncanny valley that you typically see with artificial intelligence or robots.
This guy's still thinking. He can't figure out what to do with me. He has no idea.
So supposedly these are not supposed to be digital assistants like Alexa or Siri, but they're supposed to help people with different tasks. One of the examples they said was customer service and even a companion for the elderly. Razer is banking big on the future of mobile gaming with their new Nishi gamepads. This is a universal mobile gaming controller that attaches to the sides of most Android and iOS phones. We got a chance to play around with it on the show floor, and we were really impressed with the low latency. This actually won our Editor's Choice Award this year, so definitely go check that out on our blog. Now, my personal favorite product on the show floor this year was the Sensel Morph. So this is a hypersensitive trackpad with over 20,000 pressure sensors, and then you put rubber overlays on top of it to change its functionality. There was a piano overlay, a drum pad overlay, a music production overlay, and the company says they're coming out with a bunch more. Also, they had a pretty cool tech demo there, and I was able to wow the floor with my newly found theremin skills. So that's a wrap on day 2. Let us know in the comments what you thought the most interesting product was, what are you most excited for, and stay tuned tomorrow for more CES 2020 coverage.